Morning all. Alright, so we're going to start things off with the jersey countdown yet again. Wearing a sweatshirt today. Getting closer to fall, so be surprised when there's sweatshirts in videos too. But yeah, so we're going from 250 to 241. Anybody who wonders what my shirt is, it's a Billie Eilish shirt. So I have a Billie Eilish sweatshirt, and I think I have 3 t-shirts of Billie Eilish. So there you go. Alright, we're going to start things off with number 250. Number 250 is the original Sharks white jersey. This is it's one of those Masca CCMs. I got this off of eBay. Realized I didn't have it, and I was like, oh, right, yeah. And I didn't pay a lot for this. This was not an expensive jersey. And yeah, so their original early 90s design that everybody had to have when they came out. San Jose, I cannot explain to people who weren't around then just how popular the San Jose logo, colors, everything about it was when they first joined the league. We all laughed at 249 about a year ago, but over that past year, I've grown to like it. This is the Islanders reverse retro. I know there's not a lot of reverse there, but it's the old colors. Well, what they were now is the old colors. This is the colors that were between, but you guys know what I mean. And just they reversed the stripes, so the white stripes where the orange one was, the orange ones where the white one was. But I will say this, it's a nice third jersey. I think the problem was the reverse retro had such hype around it, and there were so many fun different designs, and then the Islanders came out with a nice third jersey. And I hope at some point in time this becomes their third jersey, because I do like it. I do like these colors, and I think it's nice. You'll notice this is actually higher up on the countdown than the Islanders' actual home jersey they wear. I think it's pretty decent. But again, the laughter back then was it seemed lazy from a reverse retro standpoint. But as the third jersey, not bad. Number 248. So we go from a reverse retro to one that became a reverse retro. This is, of course, the original Blasty jersey. Nice CCM version of the Blasty jersey. I had a starter version for a long time that, as I mentioned in a video yesterday talking about starters, the logo fell off of it, and eventually my wife said, you're going to need a different one because this one doesn't work. Eventually it just becomes unfixable. So this one's a CCM. Nice one again, eBay. Just waited around, kept looking. But yeah, I do like this jersey a lot. I was one of the few that liked it back when it was originally around. And when they decided to do that with a reverse retro, I thought that makes a lot of sense. What disappointed me a little bit with the reverse retro was it wasn't on red. Felt to me like if they're going to reverse it, then that means that it should be red with black on the sleeves. But they still came out with a nice one. We'll get to that reverse retro later. It is actually ranked higher than the original. Number 247 is the Vancouver Canucks skate jersey. See the V here, the vintage. This was a throwback that they did, I want to say 2010. And it's not bad. And this was, this basically shows that what they wear now as their jersey is just this design with the orc on it. I'm okay with that. The Canucks have changed their identity a few times, so I'm glad they found one that they seem to be happy with. But I do like the throwbacks to this. I do like the modernized version of this as well. And yeah, it's not bad. You will see more stick in rink before the end of this portion of the countdown. So there you go. Number 247. Number 246. Now this is one I don't wear very much because the letters on this are vinyl. So this will crack. If I wear this too much, the letters on capitals will crack. Now what's interesting is there could have been 2 entries, but there won't be. One has capitals on it. One does not. That's it. That's the only difference. Other than that, they're relatively the same. And yeah, this one's newer than this one. But yeah, so I do like the Capitals design with the Screaming Eagle. I would love to see that come back on a more permanent basis. Or even using the current Eagle they have as their secondary a little bit more. Maybe a jersey where that's on the front. Maybe either in red or in older colors, that kind of thing. But I do like this. I thought it was something different at the time. Number 245. Kansas City Scouts. It's a white jersey. And again, I've said this before, I'm really glad that I bought these jerseys when I had the chance, because all these vintage throwbacks CCM made, getting harder and harder to find. And Kansas City is definitely becoming more rare amongst jerseys out there. But that means I do have the blue one that I showed earlier on the countdown and the white one, and that's it. There are no other Kansas City jerseys. They only existed for a couple of years, and then they moved to Colorado, became the Rockies, and kept basically the same colors. The colors wouldn't change until the team reached New Jersey, and they don't talk much about the Kansas City days because there's really not much to talk about there. I think they won like 30 games in 2 seasons. Number 244 is this Minnesota Wild. It's a state of hockey right here. Oh, how did I not notice that? You guys are supposed to tell me about that kind of thing. All right, Minnesota Wild, state of hockey right on the shoulder. Suter on the back because he's going to be there forever. That's why I was fine with buying it. But anyways, yeah, so Minnesota, I always find it interesting with the stadium jerseys just how big the numbers are, which if you're in a football stadium, you still can't really see them very well. Not with the naked eye from that distance anyways. But yeah, so I do like it. I think it's different. I was kind of surprised they didn't revisit this design at any point in time. Think like what the Islanders did with their stadium jersey, kind of looking a lot like what would become their third later. But yeah, this was a good effort, and considering where a lot of the stadium jerseys are in this countdown, this is pretty good. Number 243 is the Montreal Canadiens Winter Classic. This is excellent. I really have to say, this was one of those ones that I liked okay, and then I got one, and after I got one, I appreciated it more. I do like the throwback nature to the logo. I think it's really quite nicely done. You've got the globe here. That was what they had on their jersey the year after they won a Stanley Cup, because they consider themselves world champions. So, yeah, and it's on both sleeves. Sometimes a patch like that might be on one sleeve or the other. In this case, it's on both. These became hard to find as well, not long after that game went down. The funny part being that these jerseys didn't sell that well. I saw them on sale a bunch of places, and then all of a sudden they were gone, and now the price starts going up on eBay when you look for them. So, yeah, I definitely got one at the right time. Montreal Canadiens Winter Classic. Number 242 is the current Florida Panthers jersey. This, of course, being my Jonathan Huberdeau that I didn't pay a lot for from Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm still surprised they honored that sale price, but you know, that's not bad. I paid, I think it was $11. But yeah, so Florida Panthers, I've grown to like the logo more than I did when they first revealed it. I still like the other logo better, but this one's okay. And the overall jersey design's not bad as well. It is always weird to me when you have a stripe on the front that's not on the back of a jersey, but it's a minor quibble. I do like the state of Florida flag here. Yeah. Anyways, I do like the Panther on here as well. I had kind of hoped too that we'd have like the Captain C in here and the A in here and that kind of thing. Do something really fun. But anyways, yeah, it's a good jersey. You'll notice that it is higher up than the originals, but it is not the highest rated Florida Panthers jersey. Those are still yet to come. So this is number 242. And then realizing what I'd said, and I needed to go ahead and go through this. The Florida state flag is actually this. So what they've done is they've put the old secondary in the middle of it. The middle of it's not the Florida Panthers logo of any sort. I had to clarify that before I move on to the final jersey. Closing out today's portion of the countdown, another Vancouver Canucks jersey. The blue stick and rink design, throwback to the 70s. And again, I don't have anything really to say on this that I didn't already say on the white one. Nice jersey, simple. And of course, remember, they went from this to the Flying V. They said this wasn't intimidating enough, so they needed something intimidating, fierce kind of thing. And they went with the Flying V. So, it's an interesting design choice, but it's a choice. And these jerseys, thankfully, did come back into vogue. The Canucks have worn the white. They've worn the blue as well. And, of course, there's accents of it on their current jersey, as well as them using the colors from this jersey from the 70s on what they wear now. So there you go. You guys are all up to date now, up to 241, which is this right here. And we'll get into 240 and up tomorrow, where Well, there's some interesting ones in tomorrow's portion of the countdown, where we officially reach the halfway mark tomorrow. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hey, I'll talk to you guys again soon.